Thanks for joining us in Bike Chat.
Well, it's a natural fact. Oswald Bowman and the podcast chat. Cycling is back. It's a natural fact. Oswald Bowman and the podcast chat. Cycling is back. Well, it's a natural fact. Oswald Bowman got the podcast chat. Cycling is back and it's a natural fact. I said this is the best podcast chat.
Yeah, he went early.
Made the race decisive still, you know.
Yeah. But it just amazed me that the whole back bunch didn't try to chase.
But I'll tell you what I didn't like about today's race, I didn't like the effort.
Yeah.
Because when you have one guy for 5 minutes, I think at the halfway point,
Yeah.
maybe 4 minutes, but between like 10 miles after return, it was out for like 6 minutes. So I'm telling you, the effort in the back was horrible.
Yeah.
The guys, they wasn't in a.
Yeah.
I feel like they don't settle for a second, third, and whatever position they were showing. You know.
You're not hearing. What aren't you hearing?
Yeah.
But I think Alliance get discouraged when Pope went down the wrong way and had to turn back.
I was sure if he turned back, the guy Pope went the right way.
Pope went the crowd went the wrong way.
Yeah, Pope went the wrong way, but Pope had to turn back and meet them.
Jati, I'm not hearing Judith.
Yeah.
Okay, just like put it back in now. Should be able to hear better.
That's crazy. I didn't know that.
Yeah, man. Pope only Derek went that way. All the other guys that went the
Yeah.
that way.
Yeah, but the way Pope went was the right way. The way the crowd went was the wrong way.
Yeah, but Pope turned back and get back on the tail of the crowd.
Yeah.
Yep. But like anything else, the officials should have took care of that. The
Yeah.
officials should have been at the intersection.
Yeah, David. Yeah, that's one I think that the official again that happened before, where there was no official at the spot the gas was supposed to turn.
Yeah, that should be a thing that shouldn't happen at all. Because it's just like that, an accident could happen.
Yeah.
Because when you're under pressure like that, you want to follow back wheel.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
David there? I think Dave went out, right?
Well, yeah. I'm listening to you guys. I'm
Yeah.
listening.
Yeah, as a fan, and not even as a cyclist, because I don't consider myself a cyclist, but as a fan, you want to see appreciating that do the right thing.
Yeah. Yeah, man, but I saw the race and it's like you said, Dave. The effort, unless the other guys was just not trying to lay it out there, knowing that the big race is pretty, coming up pretty soon. But as great as Derek rode today, the other guys, the other big teams, all the big teams was there.
Well, I figure that if you have one guy front, which is Derek, if you have 5 teams there, there's only one team that should be working in the back there. That's what's the team name? That's Detroit's the only team in the team that should have been working today.
Yeah, it shouldn't be working. Yeah, all the rest of the team should.
Every single person should have the same interest in catching Derek. So that
Yeah.
means that you have to put, if you have 6 or 5 guys in your team, and you got 4 more teams,
Wait,
you
one.
got 6 times 2, that's 24 guys that's supposed to be going on in a rotation trying to catch one guy. And
Yeah.
based on science and mathematics, you cannot convince me that one guy is faster than 24 guys put together, But the effort is so horrible because most of these guys, they race for individual accolades. Like, one time I teach a career race, then everybody in the last year was driving the first.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the first time really.
But
And like you said, Dave, if you put 24 man out there and you rotate, you're not
Right.
beat it.
I mean, I can't really do much of it. It's showing fine here. I can't really do much about it there.
Yeah, man. It's just that it with the big race, big cross country coming up pretty soon. I just concerned with the style of riding that these guys are still doing, and dealing with the international guys that can be coming in. You know what I mean?
But I don't think, in terms of fitness, I think the guys are fit.
Yeah.
I wouldn't blame fitness. I think a lot of the guys actually do not know how to race in the leagues.
Yeah, I
They
guess
actually don't know how to race. Like, there's a split of how you race. You're supposed to be aggressive, and when there's a
yeah, but I think that intimidation and a little fair because I think they might get burned out too.
but
They're breaking up there, boy.
Yeah.
supposed to be shit.
Yeah.
Just sit that way. You should run because there's nothing to win in the back.
Yeah.
That's the reason strategy. Like everybody basically after like couple guys came out the back, everybody basically came like what, 30 deep, 20 deep.
Yeah.
So there was no effort there.
Yeah.
And I think mentally they kind of scared too.
I think it's fair. I think it's fair.
They kind of scared Chaban like that.
Yeah.
You know when you race if you're afraid, one everything was that first and he could not be doing nothing expecting the wrong, but they could have made a better effort than that. If you notice the kid output today, right?
Yeah.
You saw the kid output road to third.
Yeah.
No, I'm not convinced that everybody that output is a better kid than all the guys that he beat today. I'm not convinced of that.
Yeah.
But output made effort.
Yeah.
Wanted to win. That's the difference. I don't
Yeah.
see some of these guys who want to race, man.
Yeah. But you got to give Derek his props, man. And, you know, he just came back from riding in Dominica that he did great. And I don't think we thank the Glenn and the Williams brothers enough to be looking out for these guys, you know, like Javin and Charles. Glenn does a lot. And you got to also thank the Williams family. You know what I mean?
I think I hear them and
Yes,
because what? Yeah, they beat them up.
Yeah, he did recognize them today. To be
Yeah,
honest, now, for Jason and Camarilla, to be honest, Jason and Camarilla is on another level.
Yeah.
And the reason why they are on another level is because they have a good training camp program that they're following, and
Yeah.
they have been taking exposure abroad.
Yeah.
That's right.
Many system that work and get the experience abroad, come back to the same thing.
Yeah.
So it tells you that the more go do races in the States that they will develop
Yeah.
like that also.
That's true.
Like, because it shows that when they Belize are riding like this for black talent.
Yeah.
They don't
Yeah,
really know how to put it together yet.
But yeah, man, I don't think you need them, man. They need, I think
Chan, because them man afraid to get burned out. I think that burn out sometimes. That's why they don't go past on attacks.
Well, I mean that they see in Belize you see that style that Belizean style, that is something that is culturally embedding in us. Because I remember when I first started riding, there wasn't a rider that came up to me and tell me to be aggressive. My aggressiveness came from my own observance. They basically tell me the same thing. Watch out when the race go, you sit down and save your energy. So everybody adapt that style.
Yeah.
So
So
what
when
you
the
have
race
to
say go, everybody just energy.
when they have to battle up all the energy for going at the back.
Right, and then sprint, and then that's why most Belizeans like tell you how fast they are. It's not because they are fast. It's because they sit so much that when they get at the finish line, they're strong.
Yeah, they got legs.
Exactly. If you ride hard when you get at the finish line, you don't got no leg.
Yeah.
Well, all they have to do in that case, that rotate with work with whosoever they want to work with. That's all they have to do.
So Dave, what is the plan for cross country? You and Andrew did such a great job in the Digi race with the with broadcasting the race. What is the plan? Are you guys gonna stick to that plan? I mean, that was great. Having you and Andrew in the booth.
I no, because cross country Andrew gonna be on the road. They want to do it live.
Oh, they wanted. Okay, so
Yeah, they want to do that live. Yeah, I don't think if I'm not sure if CFB will bring in their own recording, because the thing is with CFB, Andrew has become a dominant force in terms of the people want him on the road. So
yeah.
even though cross country, no matter who on the road, you still gonna have a big following because everybody wants to.
See the
That's
race.
what everybody tune into. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So I'm just hoping that is the case there, and we get some of that. But um, I want to see the race next week Sunday and see what happened again in Sunday race where they come right here.
Yeah. The that Minister Marla is sponsoring.
Mm-hmm. Well, not Mr. Mara not sponsoring tourist board.
Tourist board. Oh, okay.
the, the kid got something to say about that a while back. But I mean, is Mala. The thing is with Mala fully understands cycling because he's around a lot of cyclists,
Yeah.
and he have a lot of friends that cyclists. So what Mala is doing is amazing. Hopefully, what Mala is doing, I think that ministers that show me that minister that came before him could have been doing the same thing. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But they wasn't putting in the effort.
Yeah.
So no, Mala
Well,
is lazy
yeah.
to be like that.
Yeah, well, like how let's hope that now that PUP got back in, they'll probably make him responsible for sports now.
I
And
will hope that's the case.
yeah, this way
He
we
would be
could get
he
like
would be amazing.
the track work on and different things like that.
Yeah, he would be amazing for that, man. He's a good
Yeah.
guy, you know. I don't know him personally, but based on his work that I see and the thing that he's doing for cyclists, you
Yeah.
know, yeah, he's really doing a great job out there. But
Yeah.
we will see where it goes. Sec, we'll see how next week race go and see how because Oscar will be here next week.
Yeah.
I think
Who's not gonna be here?
Yeah, Oscar coming tomorrow. Oscar was in the States. I think he went and did some riding out there too,
Oh, okay.
right? So yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll see what's going to go on from there. But the race was good. Who surprised me today was, I think it was who came. I think when he came in fifth, Harry, right?
Yeah, didn't even notice Josh
Yeah, I think
Fuller is getting back his legs too. He came in he
who?
came fourth.
Well, when he came third, right? What's his name?
Yeah, James.
Fifth. But the reason why I'm saying that because I fight with Harry for so many months to tell him that he needs to go and ride elite because he have that type of talent.
Yeah.
Right? But I think he may kind of lazy, you know, one figure and have to train too hard. But today, because he had bike problem earlier and he caught up back with the group.
Yeah.
So I'm saying that some guys just need to harness their skill
Yeah.
and put more effort into it because bicycle is in a good place. But also too, man, to be honest, sometimes I think we ask too much for these riders too, man. It's not the guys that are riding well are the guys that having the time. So I mean, some guy got time and just lazy, but the guys
Yeah.
them that's riding well right now is the guys them putting in the time, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
So
if you don't put in the time, you can't do good.
yeah, and
No,
green
bicycle,
cycling is reps.
bicycle. I want sports, you know, you only could get put in at that. You can't get lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Gotta keep on riding.
Some kind of fitness with luck.
Yeah. So cross country is pretty close, man, and I just hope, I mean, we have Derek, we have Javin. I know the Williams is gonna be in for cross country. So, you know, hopefully we can hold it down this year and get one of our guys to win.
I think
I
if
like,
I think our guys have it this year. I don't care who they bring. If Corey, Justin, Corey Lockwood, then three they come with Chavane, then could win one of the guys could win cross country.
Yeah,
Because Chav showed me today, if he can run for that long by himself,
by himself,
it's
man.
difficult for anybody to ride him off his knee. Because when you're riding like that, you have absolutely no help, no shelter. So
Yeah.
let's imagine, I mean, at
got
that pace
that.
he was going, if it was the other way around where Chav was coming with say one or two guys, and the pace would have been shared amongst the three of them, then Chav at some time in the ride would have been able to save 40% of his energy. Because
Yeah.
usually when you're in the draft, you're basically saving like 40, 30, 35% of energy. So if he
Yeah.
could go through that wind there fully right there, like full 100% all alone, bro, that's some serious conditioning. That not easy for the bro.
No, yeah,
even
That is
even
hard to do.
he ran today.
Even Javin comment on that. Javin said he was putting out 300 and something watts, and the man he couldn't catch the man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So
No, no, the man
yeah,
made the rule.
yeah. The man with the roll, and
The man made the rule,
he
man.
look comfortable too.
Yeah.
But I just like where I like where it's at, but I felt bad for the other riders them today because Chava made them look like they was going to kindergarten. I didn't like that.
Yeah.
I mean the race. I mean nobody Ordonez didn't want to go to the front with him because Ordonez said down here one man and they up there.
Yeah. Yeah, he did.
So um, but if I want to see next week because maybe we could send the race going to be one harder. But it's also a 115 miles race rather than a 100 miles race. So I like the distance where we're more closer to where cross country. If those guys could average 25 miles an hour next week Sunday, they're ready for cross country.
Good.
Even
And this race
24,
gonna
25,
most of
yeah.
this race gonna be in the hills.
Yes, because I think he start at Malante Junction, if I'm not mistaken, go across to the Southern Highway and come through Stan Creek Valley to
Yeah.
City. That ain't no easy ride that.
No, that's no joke.
So if they could do that and average 25 next week, yeah, we are into
Right.
something special. But until them, man, from what I say to the Chav go win cross country,
Yeah.
he did show all the potential that he could win cross country this year, bro. I never remember no 90 March race and no man run like that yet, bro. And I watch that we do 90 March race, man, but forever.
Yeah.
That man did just disappear today.
Yeah, from early, man. A lot of mileage by himself.
I felt so bad, you know. I said, man, I may at least for the guys then try hold up, but no.
Yeah.
And then Javin rode away, so Javin show he's in shape too.
Yeah, Javin he's doing pretty good. They're in great condition, man. Great condition.
But then guys been dominating a while now, isn't that so?
Yeah.
For the last couple of years, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, they've been dominating.
The other race that didn't really win is cross country. Yeah.
I think that year when Chav was in good condition, Chav went and did that Thursday race that I was totally against that. I don't know why guys go do Thursday, Holy Thursday speed ride. That don't make no sense to me. That can't do nothing for you. That only could
Yeah,
get
that's right. You don't need no
you
speed ride so late.
you're getting an accident or you know recover by Saturday. That to me don't make no sense. And he brought this guy McDonald. I think at the time where just he and the guy just straight that Thursday race to nothing.
Yeah. I think they still have the record for that race.
And then the guy may end up in the cross country, get win the break, but he end up where he shift and thing lock up and now.
Yeah.
You know? So but let's see. We still have a month to go. And bicyclists
Yeah,
Cycling is,
about
almost
exactly a
exactly
month.
2 months.
Yeah, like exactly a month.
and cycling is peak and valley, man, because sometimes
Yeah,
that you could be strong now and tomorrow you're on there next week on a different guide role. So let's see.
yeah. They have enough time for changes, but I spoke
Mm-hmm.
to Derek at the event, Living Legend event, and I told
Mm-hmm.
him he he got to win this one.
Mm-hmm.
So Sec, your money your money sound like it depend, Derek.
Yeah,
Why the man
Yeah.
could win, man, after what you see? Because it comes solo.
yeah,
Tells me you have more than enough energy to store to then a break they go wrong or to him sitting in a break. Cause don't like him sit down, don't like him gone left them man. And after he drop them, he start riding at a just to relax. I see the guys back in the group this morning, they having conversation amongst themselves. I never seen nothing like that yet, bro.
yeah.
But that no could affect you too if you're not ride your tempo.
Well, I don't know what kind of effect, but it also your effort. Some guys, when they get ahead, then just the effort, just they become like, okay, I'm gonna win anyway. But he didn't do that. He
No,
just
he's, he,
he just rode at a pace, actually, like he was time trialing, man.
yeah.
Yeah.
And to the end, he was still strong.
Yeah. So, yeah.
That's
And it,
like why I see with Javin today, he never liked them on the ride slow. That one messing up. Yeah.
that's true. That's true,
Yeah.
but that do affect you.
Yeah, affect you, man.
Have an
If
effect, man.
if them man the ride slow, you get your lackadaisical. You have to ride at your tempo.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Yep.
Good race, man. So,
Mhm.
Sequan, you already have everything in order for this thing you're pulling off the week before cross country.
yes, the event is going to be an amazing event. It's going to be as good as the Living Legend
Okay, good.
event. Uh, it's a beautiful thing. I think it's one of the first two where we're going to have a lot of different stuff for kids. The band, we're going to have the music by Fury.
You got you gotta let
Instruments
them
will
know.
be there.
They gotta let the fans know they gotta come out because that the way I see with them too. They're not coming out to support the riders.
Yeah, they gotta be out there more to support the riders, but we definitely is gonna push this. And Dave, I'm hoping all the cyclists shows up. They're gonna get a free dinner and then get to mingle with their fans. It's a beautiful event. It's a Sunday evening. Not much going on in Belize on Sunday, you know that. And it's just the Easter week. School closed, and everybody's going to be in Belize on vacation. So it should be a great event. Then, Dave, I also spoke to you about creating like a bike union, which which I think is also special because it's something for the guys that to invest in case of accident, they could get help, and something that we could build on and make it nice and big for everybody to join and to help them in any way, accident, lost your job, and once in good faith with the union, they get help. Rick, you there? David there?
Yeah, I'm there. I'm listening. Yeah,
Yeah.
it sounds good. Sounds good. It's always good to have support in any which way to help the guys them, but they have to know that they have to participate.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, participation in anything that will make you become better.
yeah. And because you need it, man. I see several accidents just on the road that the guys had, and in situation like that, in those situations, this is where the union comes in, and it's going to be special and be very helpful for all of them, for all the cyclists. But
See,
at
but
the event, I'm gonna,
this is the thing you got to discuss with the federation though, because this is where that come in. They got to be more responsible for the riders in Belize.
Yeah. But we gonna get there, Dave. This is gonna work. When I get down there and at the event, I'm gonna have everything in writing and kind of have a meeting with the guys, because that's one of the things that I think we got to do much more is having meetings.
Yeah, you have more meetings. Yes, definitely. You have to know what junction you're at, what point you're at, so that everybody on the same page.
Yeah, it's the same thing with in before a race. You know, we should have more meetings.
Like with any union, they always stress safety too, and safety is one of the main things they need to start practicing more too.
Yeah, 100%. It was a beautiful race.
Nice race, yes. I enjoyed. As a armchair critics, I always enjoy them.
Yeah.
Yep.
And but I for some reason, Dave, I still think some of the guys was holding back today, and not showing their hand. I really think so. Is Dave there, or
They have gone.
we lost him?
He's there. No.
You can hear me?
No, I couldn't hear you just now.
You can hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good, that's why I'm going to talk on. No, I was saying that the association have to form one body of 4 or
Correct.
5 people where one draft up one plan how to go about doing this. CFB joining and bringing weekend warriors and guns into it before
Yeah,
because
man.
they shouldn't have this situation where you have one guns race and our weekend warriors race, and and it hinder. They have to find a way for working a common ground if they want to better cycling, because I
Definitely.
don't
Definitely.
think they really want better cycling. I think the weekend warriors race, it's a good thing for the older guys, but I think what they should do is start weekend warriors at an older age.
Yeah. Definitely.
You mean like me at second age?
It should be another age. I do agree with that.
I think the
Yeah.
age is too young, sec. And so what happened? You're giving guys option and a way to wiggle out of being a elite rider.
Yeah.
Yeah, then they're cheating themselves too, though.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You see, one of the things is right now that people want it on TV, right? They don't want to race. They just want it up on TV. And they give video. So they only look for a field where they could now, where they could dominate and look good. That's how I see it. They don't want to go ride no elite race and have to challenge themselves.
Yeah, man. And the young guys shouldn't be scared at all, because I remember when we rode, we had to
But I
line
know,
up with
I know see why
Carlos,
I know
all
see
these guys.
I don't see why you wouldn't want to challenge yourself as I don't name a cyclist, as a regular rider. Sometime and you start feeling good, you want to challenge yourself.
I just think we have time. The time has completely changed, bro. From when we went to ride, it
Yeah.
was completely changed, bro. Like, I mean, simple thing like not finishing a race, bro. You couldn't get me not finishing a race, man. Man, it's so shame if I not finish a race. I don't care where I come. That I mean, like one ambition thing, right?
Yeah.
None of them guys they don't finish race and they still the top like nothing no going on.
Yeah, no, we rode until we finished. That was a big thing.
Yeah, so it's if CFB and Guns and Weekend Warriors could work together, man, a lot of good things will happen in cycling.
Yeah.
Well, that the how no have to start.
How
That
come
the how no have
taking
to
so
start.
long for them to do that today?
Oh, I
That's
don't
a
know, man. To be honest, like, if you don't live here, you won't understand it. Because I didn't understand it either till when I come.
Yeah.
And even though I work riding weekend warriors race, you know I find too much weekend warriors ride. I want to tell you why I just tell you. But a lot of the weekend warriors riders, they want to shine and they feel like if you could do that one don't shine. So they don't really want to be bothered. But all they could do is just make weekend warriors race become a race where when they what they put it at a later age rather than this.
Yeah.
This to be honest, but you shouldn't get no 31, 32 years old. The guy that won Pan American Games, Roseno Ramos, was 32 when he won.
Yeah. But Dave, does it say anything like today you have a weekend warrior finish in the top 10?
Well, he no weekend warrior. He not probably want elite two where go ride weekend warrior. That's what I'm saying. Campos.
Yeah.
He finished
Yeah, you
seventh.
shouldn't be there at all.
Right. So he make his song. He know what elite gone weekend warriors. He don't know weekend warriors gone elite.
Yeah.
Paul Campos don't know you old dude. I'm not sure if Campos in his 40s.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think from my remember, I'm not sure.
You see?
But yeah. We're gonna have to probably bring Mr. Gab on one time and ask him what's going on with that. I had texted him before.
But Mr. Gab and all of them, remember, the first reason why they made weekend warriors the way like is now because they don't get enough. They wasn't having enough what you call it. They don't get enough
Participant.
right. They don't get enough members. Right? So because of that when they start though. They start bringing all who they could bring in. And there was some other guys that was beating the drum for that silently and secretly, so that ruined the racing. Right?
Yeah.
So, and weekend warriors are a perfect kind of racing for people who never ride good when they're young.
Yeah.
And so they give opportunity to ride good now. They don't want to give that up either. So there's a lot of things goes on with it.
Yeah.
They got weekend warriors guys on in support elite racing in Belize. They don't go tight.
This is why I'm telling you they need to support each other on a whole. When I down there and when I down there and I went to one of the in 2023 I went to the female cross country and man I shocked when I see none of the guys out there.
No, they don't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they have to support each other.
Well, Dave, this is one of the thing, and Rick, this is one of the thing when it comes to the union, I want to do. I want to try to form like a brotherhood, like I bring these guys closer. Each of the members that register and stuff is some base like give them a ring. Everybody's gonna have a ring, and that's just to bring them closer because I don't think they're close. They're close at all. Remember the Dave and Rick, the days when we used to hang around after race, go to Canton and talk about the race. Now after a race, these guys just disappear.
Well, like I tell you, I had a fan, I had a armchair critic.
You used to be around on Canton, so we used to hang
Me,
with Rick.
I never did a canto, man. I was Raja me did a canto. I made a clean the bike then. I had my bike cleaner.
Do you remember those days, Dave?
Yeah.
So
I remember.
I want to try and bring that back because after this event that April 13th, one of the things I want to throw up that I'm working after that, Rick and Dave, is have just a family outing for the cyclists where all the cyclists bring a dish. You know what I mean? And bring out the
Potluck.
family. Yeah, everybody bring a dish, and that's the next event.
Potluck.
Yeah, everybody's responsible. Some bring soda, some bring dish, some bring salad, some bring solid food. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
this way we get to mingle with and because I feel in our days we was much closer. I mean, look at us, Dave. I know you how long? Over 40-something years as a cyclist.
Yeah. You know, it's like I said, it's like when you live here, it's different. You see, like I told you before, when you see America do something to people in terms of how they make them think.
You open your mind.
We right
You open
here,
your mind.
we
You know,
accept. We accept
make your shut
whatever
make your shut off your mind. You're open to different things.
we accept
Yeah.
whatever they give we. Even if you don't want it, we still take it.
Yeah, that's not a good idea. It's not a good thing. But you're right about that. You're opening your mind when you travel on a whole.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like anything. You stay in a one corner. You know, I get exposed to anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that exactly what happened in truth. And then they might not open to certain things.
Yeah. Well, that's
But
what we're gonna do.
no,
That's what my
but
church
nowadays
union is gonna do.
that shouldn't be an excuse because they had the internet. They could live the dream same way.
Yeah. Google and find different things. YouTube.
Correct.
So they
Just
must.
not go, but then go overboard for the wrong thing. They want to pretty this and pretty that.
Yeah.
You know, one of the first things when I was working at that bike shop, sec, right?
Yeah.
You hearing me? One of the first things the owner asked me, like this, right? After I pull out my farm and he make a setup on bike, right? So he was like, okay, well, I know the practical. The man asked me that, he asked me like this, he said, listen, what is it that you would want to do for the bike shop, right?
Yeah.
What you want to do? We know you want to work, but why you want to work? You want to work to make money? You want whatever purpose? When you want left, when you left here, I tell a man when I left the shop, I want to be remembered for what I changed in the shop.
Yeah.
Call a bike shop anytime, Cozy's bike shop. And you just mention my name, and all you have to ask me how I used to work. And I want to tell you,
Yeah.
I want to tell you I was one of the actually the best mechanic there at the time because I take my job serious. I
Yeah.
had to come up with ideas and planning and stuff in the research department because when it's not making money, you have to find a way to make money.
Yeah.
Right? So these are the things that goes on that we don't do, say. We just accept what it is, right? And then we say that why that the whole stand so long time.
Yeah.
And so when they work like that, nothing no one change. Because if anybody really want to fix bicycle cycling, believe they could. But what happened, everybody's not united.
Yeah.
They claim, but they are not. Because
Yeah.
they
Yeah,
secretly undermining, they secretly undermining each other,
you're right about that.
right?
Yeah, you're right about
So
that.
that's what it want. I want to tell you what happened. We see when cross country come, if Belize lose, then they want to tell you everything bad. But the Belizeans, when they
Yeah.
normally do good at the race and thing. But no, they don't want to tell you how was they treating them before the race.
Yeah.
You know, when guys are trying, you want to encourage them. You don't want to
Yeah.
bring them down. You don't want to discourage them. You
Yeah.
could critique somebody, but do it in a respectful manner. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Show me what I'm not doing
Constructive.
right,
Constructive. Yeah.
and show me how to do better. But don't tell me why they do wrong. But you know they have no solution.
Yeah.
So we have to get away from that a little bit. And if CFB, Weekend Warriors, and Guns could work together as one unity, just imagine, because remember, Weekend Warriors riders is where the money is. The most of the guys that do Weekend Warriors financially able to afford a lot of things.
Yeah.
And if they could share some of these things with the elite riders,
Yeah.
you see?
Well, yeah, Dave. Yeah, and I noticed that, and that's one of the things I think to create this union and all of that stuff is going to be a part of it because it's going to try and have all these guys to come together and work together and make it work. You know what I mean? Have different activities, have barbecue. Like after this event, it's going to be a family day where all of them bring a dish and just try and put them together to
So what
make
date
the
that's it?
stronger one help the weaker ones. You know? And
One of the other Sec 2, if they could do that, and also CFB have to create within that same body, they have to create within that same body 5 or 6 guys work for their job and be to organize how CFB can generate funds.
yeah,
Whether I mean we could do simple stuff like, all right, say like when they got a Belikin Fest or they have any
Right.
kind of fest, CFB should be able to have one stall out there,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You
Yes.
sell any kind of product, right?
Yes.
And then when
Yes.
the race is there, CFB get the bars like 9th March and thing. You make 9th March finish the BTL park where you go and
Yeah.
gather it, and where people will have food and drink. CFB organize, get the funds
Yeah.
out because right now CFB is not finding a way to generate their own funds. So what happened? They go for sponsors, and because a lot of the sponsors they oversaturate it with weekend warriors
Yeah.
and guns. You see what I'm saying?
Yes. You're right.
So then, and then guns and weekend warriors competing because we weekend warriors race to give $1,200 for for the uh for the 1st of January. We come from Orange Walk to Belize one way,
Yeah.
loading, then go ride from Corozal, right? That little better, comes out at like 2,500. But sometimes the weekend warriors race price is more lucrative than the CFP. That should not be, because what
Yeah.
you will happen is that guys will choose on the calendar and say, well, why should I ride 100 miles to 1,000 when I could ride 60 for 2,000? You
Yeah.
understand what I'm saying? So that's why you have to be an occurrence and say, listen, man, you can't give one smaller race and they give bigger price. Now the argument and say, well, it's our race. But
Yeah.
then when you do that to me, you're actually undermining the actual body of the association which CFP should be.
Yeah. So you think CFB should try and put a cap on price?
No, I wouldn't say put cap on price, but I said because if they're working with weekend warriors and if so long as they're not working together, then yeah, weekend warriors and guns could put whatever price they want. But if you guys working together, then it will be whereas I'm not gonna want to do a show. I don't want to have a race to show up your race. And that's why if you notice sometime in a weekend warriors race you got 84 riders. And then in the elite you got 56 or 60 riders. Because when the guy look on the prize list, they can choose. These are the things that I see that take place right here amongst my group where I ride with. And guys, these are discussions where guys happen talk every day. This is what they talk about.
Yeah.
You see?
Aye,
So you
well,
want
that's why they have to come together, like you say.
right? Because to be honest, I listen to guys discuss sometimes. They brag about it that they give better price than CFB. That should not be. That's not your objective to give better
Dave,
price. Your objective is to work together.
one of the things, right? Like cycling life or cyclist life on top average about 5 years. So I still think that these guys, the cash price might be okay. But how about they bring back giving them, especially the Belizean cyclists, like a piece of land or a starter home, you know what I mean, for prize. Because
They gave that before.
yeah, they did it before. That's why it says why don't they bring that back? I think that's great for the guys.
Well, the reason why I don't bring that back, I know Belize and no they win nothing. They don't win no cross country together.
Yeah, but that prize is gonna be for like the first Belizean.
Yeah, that's how they could do that.
Yeah.
That's how.
I didn't
That's
like
how.
that idea, Sec. I didn't like that idea of first Belizean. I was against that because what that do is that it make Belizean ride against each other as well and ride against the foreigners. So what I mean by that up here.
Yeah, you're right.
Exactly, because if six are we come together
Yeah.
and I get to an American, you know what I'm saying? I ain't worried about my team man back there when I know I
Yeah.
get things to land. So that get that. So you know what that could have make sense? If they have a race where, like today race 9th March, you know foreigners no come, then yeah.
Yeah.
But for cross country, they try that before and then people start brag up and then being the first Belize and him doing they come 15th or 10th.
All right, so we're gonna do it for the national race. That would be
Right,
a better
maybe for a
race.
national race or one race where they outside of foreigners, whether one national with the locals, yeah. I think it would be a great idea. That way you know a Belize and win it.
Because a lot of guys have nice bikes, but do they have like a nice and comfortable home? You know what I mean? And it might feel
Living
like the
quarters,
sponsor
yeah,
should
living
do more for
quarters.
the guys than just being a cyclist. I remember when Augusta Kwan used to sponsor me. He also gave me work. used to
I
go
can't
on
believe that I was supplying the sponsor.
Augusta Kwan, yeah, used to sponsor me, and I used to go there and work, set bike up for it.
You must make a juice forget that.
Yeah, you know, right, coming off the bridge, remember Augusta Pond was right there,
Mm.
right next to the drugstore.
Wow.
Yeah, and I used to, you know, so it's like the sponsors, yes, the guys in the ride for them, they get help and stuff like that, but I still think they should get a little bit more. Because after these guys' riding career finish after 5 years, I mean, what are they doing, Dave? What do they have? Yes, they win 500, 7,000, but yeah, that's money, you spend that. You get a piece of land or a starter home, you have that to show.
Yeah. I think for the you know what I didn't like you know what I didn't like for cross country. I used to hate see when these foreigners came and win all these prizes, $15,000 worth of
Yeah,
prizes. We break away from early. It broke my heart because I see how the guys they put in the miles and spend the money across country. They don't get back nothing. And then when I said that guys like say, but see a lot of guys like look panting one track. Well, they have to ride better. You don't have nothing to do with that.
yeah,
You bring guys to go and take all in prize, right? So your cross country, I like the idea of catch the bull, the prize that catch the bull give,
yeah,
because catch the bull is more a local race. I mean, foreigners come, but litter with foreigners. So I felt good for see all them guys winning something in a catch
they
the
got
bull.
some. Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
it gets tricky when you give certain prizes because then you have to look on the reality. Well, and then some of the good prizes, they're the last part of the race.
yeah,
Well, no, we know. Put it at the first. Give them prize at Hattieville and Rockville, man.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So you get really tricky sometimes, man, when they deal with it on a level. But I see a lot of room for improvement. I would want to see more riders go outside, go race, like in Honduras, Guatemala, Mexico. It's much more affordable and it's closer. I
yeah.
think it would be amazing.
So,
Well,
what do you
you
think the
see,
association should do moving forward, Dave? I mean, the thing with having a body, I feel like that's something they should have done a long time ago.
What's that?
To have that body of 5, 6 men underneath
Well, I see
Glenn.
that should have been implemented from the new president came in. But
Yeah,
remember, to be fair, Glenn wasn't elected president. That pushed on Glenn after the real president stepped down.
yeah,
So the new president, whoever that is, before, like for instance, if they're having an election for the presidency of the CFP, say they have it 3 months from now,
yeah,
and you know the two people that's going to be vying, or say three people that will be vying for the presidency, it's good that you reach out to these three guys. So because any one of them might win, you don't want to reach out to one because if the one where
yeah,
you gonna talk to no win, then the next two mad at you don't want to help.
yeah,
You talk to three of them and say, listen, this is direction that we want to move this in. You see,
yeah,
when change is never easy and it's always hard, because you're gonna get some pushback. Trust me.
yeah,
You know what I mean? You want to get a lot of pushback and a lot of chattering and thing.
yeah,
The man want to come, the man want to change thing and da da da. So yeah, you want to hear that. So everybody have to be on the same page when they make that move there for that.
yeah.
that's why you have to have strong
Leader.
leaders and people around you too, around your support. Your
Yeah,
support group have to be strong.
yeah, but and yeah, they didn't vote Glenn in, Dave, but he, he could still put that in place.
Who's that?
Glenn,
Well,
pick a
yes,
body of people
it
to.
wouldn't be too late. But when you are already doing something for so long, you see what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
yeah, I think you could do that. I think you could do that definitely.
yeah, because I'm looking to have a spot, and I'm gonna know this week if I get the spot out by BTB Park at the finish. And if I could have got that spot, how come they couldn't get that spot?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you have to be something where you're working with whoever you're working with. You have to work within CFB.
Yeah,
CFB should not be a rival to guys. A lot of
yeah,
these guys look at CFB as a rival. It don't make sense.
yeah. No, it does make sense.
You know what I mean? You have to be something where you're working with. You have to work within CFB. CFB should not be a rival to guys. A lot of these guys look at CFB as a rival. It don't make sense.
Yeah, no, it does make sense.
It's
Doesn't
not
make
even
sense.
it's not even about rival too. They have to respect CFB as the federation for Belize itself. That would represent Belize. If you go totally private, then you know be under the same thing as CFB.
Big back, but so they are.
Yeah.
Bring it back.
I
Yeah,
know.
that's how you get. Yeah, be how you get the guys there for accept that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So Dave, man, as we close, getting ready to close, I appreciate you guys coming on, and we're gonna continue with this, Dave.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate you for you to come on today, and we're gonna continue
Mm-hmm.
discussion. Rick also.
Yeah, just remember my input that from a fan base, not a cyclist.
Yeah, well, we ride on weekend.
Sec. The thing is, it's so funny, right? It's funny how the world is set up. So you being in the states is a good thing
Yeah,
because they like you. They want like you for certain things, but then on certain things they don't like you. That's what I'm
yeah,
saying. So they would like you, your creativity in having a dance or having this, but they won't like you if you come up and start be the one to push the ideas because we have no way where we resent people who come from states.
yeah,
That's like where Shiny go through.
yeah,
It's like even if Shine got good ideas, it's just the fact is that somebody when you don't see as they see as Belize America, it's the same thing on to Corey Williams, Justin Williams. I mean the list go on and on, right?
yeah,
then I don't wanna we.
Right. And to be honest, it happened amongst Mexican too, right? A lot of people
yeah,
don't know, but when I was living in California, I got a Mexican friend. The Mexicans them that born in California is Chicanos. They don't get along with the Mexican that lived in Mexico and abandoned like nah.
yeah,
Because they figure that they got go school and then grow up, they got things good and da. You understand? So
yeah,
you get one pushback, right?
yeah,
That when they go and they come from states and think they're better than a man, right?
yes,
So because I get that too when I first came to Belize. Is that some of the guys, they knew what I knew about bicycle, but then I mean, never make I being part of none because deep inside they see me like I don't like I come fancy. I think I better and it's farthest thing from the truth.
yeah,
But the insecurity make them feel away there, right? So
yeah,
I think those are the things you want to say. But I think that you're bringing some solid guys and you draft up something and like I said, CFP farm this body where want to be part of any event.
yeah,
Rotaruta event. If they want to start anywhere, we want to start off with anywhere.
yeah,
You have cycling. You could go on 3 guys ride Swift. You could go in for home trainer. You could go
yeah,
to nutrition. Because cycling supposed to be something like part of the curriculum for talk about, right? Sports.
yeah,
You must be like one thing where the only when race and people forget and make the
yeah.
race finish in the city because the guys, people don't want to go to mile 2. Only if you go on car, you could get a mile 2, go watch
Well,
race finish.
I had that discussion just the other day with one of my cyclist buddies that ride on weekend with us, and I told him these races not supposed to be finishing at 4 miles and 2 miles. Yeah, I mean these races should be finished somewhere in the city.
Well, sec they probably move it around because of the roads, the
You always
quality of
have
the
it at 4
roads.
miles.
Huh?
It's always finished when you finish at 4 miles.
No, they finish all over the place, but the quality of the road make they change for things sometime.
Yeah, talking about the road, that's a whole nother story for next podcast, Dave.
Today they had to put a cone over. Today they had to put a cone over the road, the part of the road that was messed up.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah, they had to put a cone there because if then guys when they come in, if they go up on a part there, they would get messed up.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
Yeah, if you watch the finish, you see the guy put a cone right in front of a spot there that was bad after the line, or not before the line, after the line, but it's not far after the line.
yeah. And that's the thing too, man. They know the race is gonna finish in certain areas. They gotta have people go out there and check, call up city council, see if they could do anything with some patching, all those preparation, and that's why see if
Yeah, all
we
you gotta
need a
be, all
body.
you gotta be is all you gotta be is a temporary fix. It don't even have to be a
Yeah,
permanent
that's
fix.
what I'm saying. See if we need a body, because you can't expect Glenn and Miss Letitia to do everything, but they need to organize and have a body that
The
certain
thing is,
people
then
have those responsibilities.
some of those condition could be very, very bad, fatal. Because
Yeah,
you have a bad crash is a problem.
yeah. I mean,
Yep.
I was driving and I dropped in a hole at 6 Mile Bridge there. That, bend the rim, blow the tires and everything out. But I think whenever they're having a race, Dave, knowing the condition of the roads a lot, they should have people go out there the
You're
day
supposed to
before, a
scout it.
couple
You're
days
supposed to go
before,
and check it.
and check it, make sure the
Check the
road is
road.
good. And that's why the CFB needs to have a body of people work under the president and with the president, you know?
The cyclists could give them the feedback when they set the route and tell them, yeah, such and such bad, we need that.
Yeah, and yeah, they on it most days. All right, man. Are you there, Dave?
Yes. Yeah.
Dave?
Later.
We lost Dave?
Probably.
All right, Ricky, man, thanks for coming on. This is Oswald Moorman coming to you from Brooklyn, New York with Bike Chat. But good night, folks, and see you guys.